Hey, you guys. Okay, so this is not ASMR, but once in a while I tell you little stories of random things that happen to me because they're kind of ridiculous, and this is the airplane edition. I did not get to tell you this story yet, but I'm going to tell two stories. The first one actually happened when I was coming to Egypt. I don't think I ever shared this. Maybe I did, I don't know, forgive me if I have, but not in a video like this at least. So, I'm on the plane and I decide to use the restroom. I go into the restroom. It's been a really chill flight, just no turbulence, nothing like that. I'm giving away the story as I say that. But I get into the little restroom. It's, it's like really tiny. If you've not been on a plane before, it's really small. And it's kind of, usually there's like one part that's a bit angled above you. So you kind of have to picture me in this quite small space. Thankfully, I had already used the restroom and I was about to wash my hands and leave the restroom, and suddenly we hit very, very bad turbulence. In fact, okay, I've flown a lot in my life. Worst turbulence I've ever hit. It came out of nowhere. Like I said, smooth flight. Like, if there's turbulence or turbulence coming, the pilot will put on the fasten your seatbelt little sign, and you have to stay seated during that time, and usually they kind of see around them that it's coming, and they'll even say something sometimes like, hey, we might have some turbulence ahead, go ahead and fasten those seatbelts, and then you got a little bit of a bump situation. This was just out of nowhere, and like I said, I'm going to say it's on the top of some of the worst turbulence I've been in, because I have been in some bad turbulence. But I was not in a seatbelt. I was in a small bathroom, very small. You guys, I kid you not, I'm standing up while telling this story on purpose because I have to kind of show you the best I can. I'm not joking. I had my knees bent and my hands up against the wall that's kind of angled a bit. And I'm holding myself with all of my power as I'm shaking through this. I mean, you guys, I thought my body was going to lift off the ground multiple times because you're shaking so much. I'm holding myself in these positions as the plane is just... You guys, I'm not exaggerating. It lasted about 3 minutes straight. I'm missing a nail. 3 minutes straight. You have to really consider that. You're holding yourself in this position. It would feel like a long time if it was 30 seconds. 3 minutes, I'm like shaking everywhere. And I can't even look around to see if there's something to hold on to. Like, I'm just for dear life holding on so I don't fly up and hit the ceiling. Finally, it kind of calms down just a bit to the point I see there's a handle beside the door. So I was able to grab that, and that was very helpful actually. So I'm holding on to this little handle near the door, but I've got this one pressing up against the wall, and I've got my feet up. It was amazing. 3 minutes later, I come out of the plane. I come out of the restroom. I come out and I'm like walking down the aisle, and I feel like I see people turning to me like, oh my gosh, she was in the restroom for that. And they're just like looking at me, and I'm just like walking slowly like, oh, what just happened? What just happened? I was laughing through this. Thank God I pretty much laugh at most things that happen, but I was laughing. I was a bit scared, but not. I've been in a lot of planes. I know turbulence stops. I wasn't actually scared as much as I was like afraid of lifting off the ground and getting hit. That did cross my mind many times. But more than that, I actually laughed as I was there. I'm like, this feels right. Yeah, this feels like something that would happen to me. Okay, so that's story number one. Story number two is not as dramatic. This happened just now coming back to Egypt from France. So yeah, not as dramatic, but still, I have never had anything like this happen. And actually, it scared me more than like the bathroom scene, because I was really, truly like, what is happening? Like, this has never happened. I really don't, I'm not, what's going on? We are landing, full-blown landing. We are so close to the ground, like our wheels are down and everything. So if you've not been on a plane, when you're landing, the wheels go down, you're getting close to the ground, And I'm not joking, you guys, as we're getting close, suddenly I hear the plane just go, and it gets like full energy to go back up into the sky. We actually turned directions. I could feel us go like this and then take off, as if we're like taking off. And then I heard the wheels come up. I can't remember if it was before or after the going up. I was like, this is not good. This is not good. Nope, this is not good. I kind of just like watched what happened, and I was just kind of waiting for the pilot to say something, because we were way too close to the ground for that to be normal. I was hoping that it was just like, okay, something on the ground, was not prepared for the plane to land, and we needed to circle before something. Thankfully, that is what happened. That the pilot did come on later and say, okay, we weren't able to land. We're going to have to do a circle and land again. But guys, have you ever had that happen? I was like, we were landing, and then I don't know how planes do that. That it was able to. It's like it felt like one of those scenes in the movies where like he pulled back on something. We just went like. So have you had that happen? Anyway? I was definitely more scared for that moment. But then once we were like up in the air again, I was like, okay, but are we like? Was there something going on the ground that was? Did something happen down there that we can't land? What happened? It was the questions were definitely spinning in that. I have one other really funny story, but I can't tell it in this video. I'm going to keep it shorter. I'll tell it another time. This is from years ago. I have a good plane story. It's more funny than any of the stories. It was unbelievable. Okay, so I'll try to remember that for another time. Thanks for listening to the airplane edition of Random Things that happened to me. Bye, you guys.